good joint.
Oh, listen to him, Jim.
How good's the joint?
Good joint.
Lower Plenty Hotel. Back to the rafters.
Yes.
They're everywhere. I can't see a koala.
No, we'll find one.
I'm determined before we finish today that there'll be a koala in the trees somewhere. But I tell you what's happening.
What?
Merrick Watts.
Yes, please.
Local product, of course.
Anyone know Merrick? No.
No, they love him. Daisy Thomas, speaking of local products, Daisy's going to be here.
Well, he's not from here.
Come on, we just saying everyone's from here.
Yeah.
He, of course, is a premiership magpie, as is Heath Shaw.
Well, he's a local.
The Heater.
Yeah, the Heater's a local.
Of course he is.
Yep.
So, of course, we get him on. Maybe a quiz.
Oh, no, we're having a quiz. Look at them. They're all ready to go. Do you want the quiz?
No
Jim,
one wants it.
They do.
And
they
then,
want it.
and then a live joke.
Oh, yes. And it's about you, Jimmy boy.
Oh, my God.
And we'll get the thumbs up from the crowd here. Don't worry about
Let
that.
me take a wild guess. Is it about penis size?
No, because then it wouldn't be about you.
Yes. Very nice to see everyone, and nice to see you, Fat.
G'day, Jimmy boy. Great to be here. And let me just say, a couple of locals here they've bumped into already.
Right, yep.
Clint. It's his birthday. He got a nice cake over there. Happy birthday, Clint. He's got the dreadies. They've got the dreadlocks over there. Well done, Clint.
Righto.
Bottle Bags. Where's Bottle Bags? He's me mate from Geelong. There he is. There.
There we go. Bottle bags.
We went in to back my horse later before, and it comes second. So, Bazza and Jazza. Where are Bazza and there they are? Look at them there.
Yeah, local heroes.
Oh, Bazza's been here since 1836, mate.
The Ned Kelly beard, right?
I know. And Jazza's a local historian.
Righto.
Did she give me 7 pages of the stuff? But anyway, and the VIP lounges, remember they come out here at the Lower Plenty. These are the 2 lounges here.
Right.
One of them is Travis. There, good on you, Trav, and he's got his mates Bryce and Kev and Leighton and Michael. They're all there.
Right.
And here is Rhiannon.
Oh, no. Just rolling a bit of Fleetwood Mac in there.
Is that who Rhiannon? And Wayne and Brent and Jenny and John. That's all at the Lower Plenty, and we're going to have some fun. G'day to you, rabbits.
Calling for the football. Schneider. Will he give it to Revolt? He will. Revolt runs in. Touched up the boot. Oh, my goodness. Wonderful chase by Heath Shaw. He came up behind him like a librarian. He never heard him.
Yes. The
Local
great
product.
The great
Collingwood
commit.
man.
I love that.
Who? Dennis Cometti.
No, Heath Shaw.
He's from Yokine in Perth.
Yokine.
Yeah.
Okay, time now for...
Now on Triple M's Rush Hour.
You can't do that. No.
It's Billy's All Sports Report.
In anticipation of being disappointed?
Did you watch the World Cup last night, Jimmy boy?
What about
The
that?
biggest win ever in World Cup history.
Yeah.
Aussies won by 309 runs.
Good going.
I tell you it was good. Glenn Maxwell. 106 of 44 deliveries. He got the fastest 100 ever of 40 nuts.
Oh, no. Ridiculous.
We like Maxie?
Yes.
Smashed him everywhere.
Going cross-handed, dumping them into the stands.
Yes.
I like it. Well, there was another 100.
Was there? Davey.
That will be back-to-back centuries for David Warner. A 6th World Cup 100. And his 22nd in one-day internationals.
That's my man, Pommy Mbangwe.
He's been good.
Oh, no, bloody
Davey.
heck he is. Very good.
I thought he might have been quiet.
No, but he hasn't been.
Warner
He's been
quiet again.
actually exceptionally good. Yeah.
One change last night was interesting. Green in for Stoinis. What did you make of that, Jimmy boy?
I don't know how you play Green and Marsh in the same team, to be honest, because for me they're the same cricketer. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure about
Heady.
that.
No.
I know, old empty head.
Arrested just for another week.
He'll come in. He'll come in. Yeah. Bill, there's one of your T-shirts down here.
Where?
That
Bins.
lady there. She's got the bins.
Give me a look at me bins.
God. Are we starting
That was
here?
very close.
Are we starting here?
Give us a look at me.
How did you
Bins.
How did she win that? She might have been. Go and find out how she won that. Will you? The Sheffield Shield today. New South Wales take on Victoria
Yes.
at the MCG. Victoria didn't win the toss, so they battered Jim.
Yep.
Our man Marcus Harris,
Yep.
Golden Duck,
I know.
first knacker.
Coming off an ordinary game in Brisbane, I think it was
exactly.
a week or so ago. So he needs some runs out, but he'll be right.
And Will Pekoski, 33. So he faced 100 deliveries, which is something. So that's all right. Hey, we might try and talk
That's
to...
all right.
Well, he needs to face...
Does he?
out
Some
in
more
the middle.
deliveries, you reckon?
Hey, we need to talk to Jay Clark, maybe.
Jay-Z.
Yeah,
Yes.
Jay-Z Clark, because He's saying that Melbourne have offered 3 first-round selections for the number 1 pick at the West Coast Eagles. So would you look at this, Jim?
You
right?
would? I would.
Pick 6 and 11 this year, first pick next year, and pick 42.
Yes, you would. Well, because what they need is volume, West Coast. Just having
yes,
number
I'm
1
with
and then
you.
your next pick is in the mid-20s is not going to work for them.
Right.
So whether it's North Melbourne and they offer 3 in the first round, the thing with North is their first pick is higher. That'll be pick 2.
So they've offered pick 2 and 2 later ones, either 14, 17 or 18.
So what I'd do, which I'm guessing they probably already have, is said, right, you can do that and a first rounder next year.
Yeah.
And then you get what you want. But we'll see. They can, I think Jay-Z said, Rabs, they can wait till draft day
Yes,
to
they
do
can.
this deal.
Yep.
So they can sit on their hands as long as they want.
They can, but they need players, as you said.
they
they
do.
need some good
Badly.
players, West
Badly,
Coast.
yep.
What about our netballers? They actually played last night. They played New Zealand.
They're in the Constellation Cup.
No, that's all done.
No, but I'm saying that was New Zealand.
That's right. Now they're playing South Africa in Cairns last night, 162-43.
Yep.
Gee, they get around the
do.
girl. And they're not getting paid properly, by the way. There's not enough money there for them, Jim.
That's the dispute still going?
Yeah, it's still going. Don't worry
we'll
about
see.
that.
Yes,
Are you trying to wrap me up, Rabs?
No, I mean it's
You should be.
It's some great stuff you got going.
If you're not,
Kansas-
you should be.
What about Kansas City Chiefs? Travis Kelce has gained 1.6 million followers on Insta
Yep.
since he's been dating Tay-Tay.
Taylor Swift.
Exactly. Scored a try or a touchdown on the weekend.
Touchdown.
Touchdown on Monday.
Stop playing NRL.
Oh, my God.
And they join the names to make it when there's a
Don't say anything.
I don't even know what he's trying to say.
celebrity couple get
Yes.
together.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're calling it Trala. It's not bad. I don't mind that.
Trala.
And the Tasmanian Jack Jumpers might be up for sale, Jimmy. They're flying down
Already?
there. Already.
Yeah, they already be up for sale.
They reckon
Only
they-
been around for a couple of years.
$30 to $40 million to buy the Jackies.
What the hell?
And that's enough from me.
We agree with that. Yeah, that is enough.
JB and Bill, we are live from the Lower Plenty Hotel. Local legend Heath Shaw is not too far away, but right now we are joined by his good friend and great friend of the show, Triple M royalty, Daisy Thomas.
Oh, how it going?
Good afternoon, gents. How are we?
Premiership star of the Collingwood Football Club. Oh, we're talking Triple M footy. I can see the People's Caller, Barry Denner.
Yes.
What about the People's Caller, everybody?
Barry
This man's
Denner.
a bloody star, by the way, Barry Denner. I love
Diamond Creek.
Ben Johnson's old man's in the house.
Is he really?
John Johnson?
Bloody
Where
hell,
is he?
what's going on?
It's all happening here.
Now, good to see you, Days.
Great to be here.
What are you up to?
Not a whole lot, to be completely honest, now that footy's finished. A little bit of a debriefing period. Racing's obviously taking up a bit of my time, but outside of that, Jim, not too much.
I saw you went to a wedding on the weekend up in Noosa.
Yes, that was nice. Little 3-day hit-run mission up there. So Jack Silvani, of course, got married to the beautiful Grace. Beautiful ceremony.
Yeah, a couple of beautiful people there.
I tell you what, it was a good piss tape because at one
Sheepies.
point Dan Gorridge was doing the emceeing and he said, put your hand up if you're enjoying the wedding. And everyone put their hand up.
Yep.
He goes, put your hand up if you've been sacked by Stephen Silvani and half the wedding still hadn't seen it.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Went down pretty well.
Was that on the shoulders or something? It was a photo. Or you put up on Insta?
Oh, no, Bill. It's just ground to a whole show
No,
stops.
the bride was on someone's shoulders or his shoulders.
No, they did the people on the shoulders. It's more of a visual thing, not the older.
Anyway.
That normally happens at weddings, does it?
Good.
Yeah.
I know.
At least you got invited to this one, I suppose. Unlike Steel Sidebottom. Oh, you good, mate. You didn't get invited.
No, I didn't. No, we've been over this a few times.
I know.
Bill. Yeah.
That's just strange. That
Look at these people.
Just sucking the air
These
out of the
people all
joint.
looking at Bill. I can assure you, this is the shit he serves up every time we do a show. So it's not just today.
So why didn't you get invited to Steels?
I don't know. He invited, I think, 170.
Yeah.
All of his closest mates. Nathan Buckley, of course, was there.
Oh, what does that
his
mean?
his coach at the time. Oh,
Oh, I know. Just got it out.
Just got coaches
I think
out.
we just got that out.
nearly had myself
Is
a
Steele
meltdown.
invited to your wedding?
No, I didn't invite
There you
Steele, so
go.
I'm not bitter or twisted. He can go get stuff.
Yeah. How is the wedding? Because I saw on Instagram. You put up a lot of Instas. But you're with the wedding planner. Tell us about that.
Well, it went well. We're down in Torquay, going through all the things. So all the linen for the tables, the napkins. That's about when I lost interest. Had a couple of schooners and started watching the races.
And food tasting.
Food tasting was yesterday. Christ almighty. You want to be well and truly hungry, Bill, by the time you get to this wedding. Fillet steaks, chicken, We got everything you need. It was bloody a really good afternoon.
Curried sausages?
No, we won't be having... the creamy isn't doing the catering.
Don't reckon. How are your memories of this place? Look at it. The deck out there is superb. The big screen.
It's changed a lot.
The gum trees.
2006 when I used to come here, newly drafted to the footy club. Terrible Tuesday it was. I was living over in Williamstown. Used to get a $250 allowance from my manager at the time so we didn't piss the money up against the wall, which we did a fair bit of here, as it turned out. But I get the cab across. Used to be about $70.
You got a cab from Williamstown to here?
Yep.
How much?
I think it was $70. So in current day money with inflation, that's about $4,000.
180. You're down to 180.
Yeah, and then we'd come here. Heater would get dropped at Reese's little apartment, which is somewhere over there. We'd come up here for the entire afternoon. We'd have enough for a few rounds of beers, and we'd start having a bet on the ponies. And if we won, we stuck around for a bit longer, and if not, we waited for Ben Johnson or one of the old boys to shout us a cab back into town.
Days, was there not somewhere closer than here from Williamstown to have a beer?
Many places.
Well, what the hell were you thinking?
I don't really know. And when I drove out here again this afternoon, I thought, well, I don't really know.
It's an amazing place. It's a bloody long way from Williamstown.
It's changed a bit since 2006, though. I can't even... I swear the screens were over here. Or...
No, they're here, aren't they?
I don't know, but it's awesome.
No, they are there. I'm talking about where they were.
I was wondering where the
What
tab
the
was.
hell's
I was
wrong with
wondering where it was. But a nice big deck out there, isn't it?
Yeah, beautiful deck. $5 schooners too. Tell you what, thinking about 2006 prices. Is that an everyday thing?
No, just for 2
Special
hours.
for the show.
Yeah, why do you reckon all these people are here? They don't give a shit about us. They're here for $5 schooners. As soon as the show finishes, they're ether.
See you later.
They're going to evaporate.
James Brayshaw, Billy Brownless live from the Lower Plenty Hotel. Daisy Thomas has stuck around, and we might be hearing more from Daisy over the next few weeks.
Tim?
Well, only because I'm finishing Friday. I'm doing my last ever show.
Yes!
And I can't get out of here quick enough.
Are you coming back next year?
No, I don't think so.
Was it the fart?
Yep. Bill farted on me in the studio, and that actually drew a line through our relationship on air. So I'm done, which means you, Daisy, are coming in.
I get the hot seat, so the King of Kings out, and then just Daisy from Draw. Not quite the same, but we'll work with it. Are you going to? You won't be farting on me, of course.
No,
You
no.
fart on Matty Haywood every day, which is 100% workplace bullying.
I wouldn't do that to you, Dave. Now tell us, you normally bring some good guests. I think you brought along Mick Fanning last year.
I bought a bit.
You did.
That was this year.
Was it this year?
January this year.
Yeah, it was.
It's a long time ago. This year you did. So who we got this year?
International guest this year.
International.
So think movie star, Australian-based, but international guest. Sort
Margot?
Of, you think your Thor sort of operation.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Yeah, just leave it with me.
Not Margot.
No, not Margot. Couldn't get her to respond to the Instagram DM.
Oh, old Hawksy, what's he got a tip for you?
See if he's got a
Wayne Hawks
Hang
is
on.
ringing Bill live on air, by the way.
So answer it, Bill, and see what he's got for us. What do you got, Hawksy? Anything that we can put to some hard-earned down on?
Responsibly, of course.
Yeah, of course.
For free and confidential support,
Yeah,
call the
that's
number
it.
on the screen or visit the website.
Have a look at him.
I don't.
Don't hook in for a conversation, Fat. What's he got?
Number 8 in the next. I don't know where it is, but anyway. Now, speaking of racing, Saturday Cox Plate Day. You love your racing.
I
We
do.
see you on television. You're there for our good friends at PointsBet. What do you think in Cox Plate? Good race.
It should be an absolute cracker. So, of course, Romantic Warrior, superstar that has been racing in
Well,
Hong Kong.
Superstar, ran in Australia and no good.
Yeah, second up, though, I like it. Second up form's absolutely impeccable. 3 starts, 2 wins and a second from that. So,
Yes.
no wonders that's up the top of the market. Mr. Brightside's the one I like a lot. Goes better this way of racing. Went up to Sydney, just missed at about $1.70. He gets $7 this week about it. So I think that one.
Is the alligator running?
The alligator blood, it'll be running. That's your second favourite. But I think Mr. Brightside puts himself on pace. If Romantic Warrior from a difficult gate can't get across, gets stuck out wide, I think you might be able to pinch it.
All right, Days, I've got some rapid fire for you because I'm going to pick your footy brains given we've got a big season coming up next
And me
year.
too?
No interest in you.
Does any of them start with Ben Mackay getting 1.5?
Phil's actually looking at race, whatever the
Yeah.
race is, number 8. He's actually
Still doesn't know what the race is,
We're
but
on
he's
air.
looking for number 8.
Have you spoken to your footy club?
No,
Okay, so they've passed off Ben Mackay and he's getting 1.5 at
surely
Essendon.
not.
What, in year
Oh,
one?
oh,
Year
over-
one, front-ended deal.
Front-ended.
He'll be the highest paid player in the comp next year.
Will the Pies go back-to-back?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely they can. I think the belief they grew on from the season before into this year,
Yep.
and probably lucky to get into the grand final in many ways. I think they can certainly go on
All
with it
right.
again.
Will Marcus Bontempelli finally win a Brownlow?
Nah.
No.
Nah, just one of those things.
He's a
where
local product.
He is a local product. Just one of those things where it's just not meant to happen. For whatever
He's
reason,
the best player in the comp. Surely
he's
he
the
wins
best player in the
Brownlow.
comp this year, and he lost to Lockie Neal.
Okay, will the grand final in the future ever be played outside of Melbourne again?
No, that'll
No.
definitely not happen, but I will happily take it to a twilight fixture.
Ooh.
That becomes nice. So then you can roll into...
Oh, hello. Hello.
What are you talking
Not
about?
happy out here.
Settle down, you ferals.
Have a look at
You
him.
get 3 hours of piss before the game starts.
Go at him.
A bit older. They're a bit older out
They
here.
are
They
an
don't
older
like
group.
it.
Yeah, we'll keep the bounce as well to start
Yeah.
the game.
All
And
right. Well, will Carlton slide in 24?
Geez, it's a very pro-Collingwood crowd, and I
Oh,
like
yes.
that. And you know what I like to do? Work to your audience. Yeah, the Blues are stuffed.
No, Daisy, come on.
They should improve again. They were very good this year after at round 15 was an absolute train wreck. They sorted it out, so again, a lot of expectation on that footy club, though.
Will the umps go from 4 back to 3, given they put another one in and the umpiring got worse?
Yeah, I don't know what they should do. AI or something, I reckon, with the umpiring.
AI.
Make the job null and void. They do try and do a good job, but they regularly stuff it up, as we saw a lot in the final series.
Goal line reviews
Oh, my goodness.
cost Adelaide a spot in the finals.
Keezer.
All right, how,
Keezer?
You probably know more about this than me, Jim, but as a layman's view, how does the AFL run at however many millions of dollars,
Yes,
almost
billions.
into the billions, and we can't get a freaking camera on the line and sort it out?
That's Foxtel.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
That's 7, isn't
You
it?
notice that the 4...
7.
Shut up, peoples. The 4 games 7 do. There's never any goal line issues.
But how, like, we can get a photo finished down to
I
a
know,
millimetre
I
in
know,
horse
I
racing
know.
and they're going 70 clicks,
Yeah.
and you can't get a left foot banana from the pocket hitting the post.
I got one.
Yeah, no, this would be good.
What do West Coast take for number 1, to give away number 1 pig? Do they take the offer from North Melbourne or Melbourne?
That was a beautifully put together sentence. I think, is Melbourne offering 3 picks inside
That's
the...
6-11 next year's first round.
Yep.
And 42.
Yeah, they'd be
Or you
mad
can
not
have
to.
North Melbourne's pick 2 and one of the 15, 17 or 18, and they want 1 and 23 back.
Now,
Which
take
one?
take the Melbourne offer.
Melbourne
get
offer.
Get the more product in there, so
Yes.
you'll be able to get a couple of players. Probably don't need that many midfielders. They need something up the defensive end, but I'd be taking the most amount of picks inside the top part of the draft.
He want to be all right, the boy.
Oh, you would
Holy
be?
Reed.
No, that is true. And now your mate Heater, where is he, by the way?
Well, he's on his way here. He's not on until 5, so he's just gone to his parents' house to have a shower, and then he
Right.
said he's going to swing by.
How much time do you spend with Heater? Because you were tight back in the Rat Pack days.
Well, here's the thing. So we've gone from sort of pub lunches now to business meeting lunches.
Right.
And he and Alan Didak have one most Fridays. Ben Johnson obviously comes along there too. Not a whole lot of business is done, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah, what do you talk about?
No, not much. Pretty much how good we used to be. And that probably takes up the first 4 hours, and then we move on.
Didak and Shorey. Remember that thing we did? It was out here somewhere.
Can't remember.
The Love Shack theme. Remember when
yeah.
they got in a bit of trouble, those two?
They could find a bit.
And Benny's old man, he would have helped you out over the years, I reckon.
Absolutely. So he was the voice of reason.
Yeah, there he is, a
Absolute
local
superstar.
here.
So
Yeah.
when we got a little bit rat baggish, which we did a
Yes,
lot,
a lot.
sort of start here at 11:30 and
Yep.
finish up about
11:30.
11:30. He was always the voice of reason, the one to calm us down. And you know, if we're having too many beers, make sure we have a couple of shots of tequila just to calm us down. So
Guess what he's drinking, Jim?
he'd be
Pride
crowded.
of the Fleet.
He's got a pride of the
Crownie?
fleet.
Yeah.
crown. He's got a
Crownie,
crown. A pride of the fleet.
Was Swanee a late addition, or was he always a Rat Pack member?
No, he was always. He's inaugural.
founding.
So I'm just the add-on.
Right, okay.
I'm the spare parts myself. Sharad Wellingham, who came a bit later.
Yeah, right.
But Swanee didn't venture
Swanee,
this far out.
Jono, Dids, and Heater.
And Tarrant.
Taz.
Oh, Taz.
Taz.
Well, Taz was a card carrying, but quiet.
Yeah, a few misdemeanors here and there.
Judged by your rap sheet, I love it.
We'll see you Monday.
Yeah, we will.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a good show.
What
A
are
lot
we
better.
going to do?
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't look at Bill.
I'll put something together. Don't worry.
Don't look at
Show
Bill.
together.
I will put us something together.
A good joke. I'll have a good joke. Don't worry about that. And you might laugh at it.
Will you lift for me though?
well,
No.
they're
Because
always
I-
pretty good. He just doesn't
No,
laugh.
they're not good.
Got no sense of humour.
Not good.
Okay.
None.
Have you seen a koala?
No.
No.
Are there any out there? Is it just
No.
horse?
We've asked a lot of locals, they've never seen a koala.
No, they haven't.
No.
I think they've shot a couple.
Oh,
That's a joke, of course.
hands together for Daisy Pearce,
you.
everybody.
Daisy
Thomas.
Pearce!
Daisy Thomas.
Piss him off.
I'm looking at your bloody hair in this photo. I'm I'm thinking that's Daisy Pearce.
Yeah, Daisy Pearce.
Well done, Daisy
Daisy
Pearce.
Pearce will be hosting the Rush Hour with Bill from Monday. JB and Bill, this is Triple M's Rush Hour live from the Lower Plenty. Triple M's Rush Hour, James Brayshaw, Bill Bramless, who doesn't realise his mic's on,
no.
talking to people in the crowd live from the Lower Plenty Hotel. And we are joined by Collingwood and GWS legend and a legend of the Lower Plenty Hotel, Heath Shaw.
Oh, Heath Shaw, everybody! The hater!
You know some people in the crowd here, Heater. Who you got here?
Yeah, there's obviously a lot of rough heads in the crowd, but there's a couple that are pretty familiar. I can see John Johnson over there.
Yes, drinking a Crownie.
Yeah, that's all he drinks, Crownies. He was always very responsible. On a Saturday when we used to come here, watch the races, John would sit with us.
Yep.
And the missus was in the pokies for 5 hours. And she just made sure that John would have just enough that he just tipped over the limit and drive us all home. So thanks for that, John. But yeah, it's actually good to be back. Back when I last came here and it was this busy was Christmas Eves.
Ooh.
Christmas Eves at the Lower Plenty Hotel were pretty fiery.
Did you tell me there was a big queue down the road?
There was, I reckon by the time it got to 5:30 here on Christmas Eve, the line would have been 100 metres long.
Bloody hell.
I just walked in the front door, but the line was 100 metres long. There's no doubt about that.
So where are the Shaws from here? For the famous Shaw family, and there are bloody hundreds of you all around here.
Ray and Tony.
Tony was in Eltham, so
Right.
probably 5 minutes
Yep.
that way. I don't know what
No, that's
direction.
right.
I'm
That's
just
good
saying
on the
that way.
radio.
That's
yep.
good, yeah.
And
No, everyone's pointing that way for Eltham, but...
Eltham's that way.
Yeah, right.
Eltham's that way,
Right.
yeah.
No,
Haven't
way.
been out here a while.
Right.
And then Raymond, who's my old man,
Yes.
he's in St Andrews, which is probably 25 minutes out.
Right.
Yeah, so further out. He's
And-
right
but-
in the sticks.
But Reese had a place around here somewhere, didn't he? At some stage?
No, I don't think so.
That's what Daisy said.
Daisy said Reese
Daisy's
had an
lying.
apartment down here somewhere.
Maybe
No,
it wasn't
I live
Reese's.
500 metres up the road in an apartment here.
Right,
So this was
yours,
genuinely
Peter.
my
Right,
local.
And the Rat Pack used to drink here too. You boys, all you.
There's been a few. Chris Tarrant got into a punch on here, but the thing was, he was punching on with Ben Johnson in the car park, so, and they're good mates, so stock standard.
Did you get to know security pretty well here?
Yeah, they were on side. They looked after us
Did
a
they?
lot. They kicked us out a few times as well. So yeah, it's a great pub. It's one of the best pubs in this area.
It's
There's
a
no
nuts
doubt
pub.
about that.
And a disco? It had a discotheque, didn't it?
Discotheque.
Well, back in the day, they had I'd say it was a dance floor.
Right.
And that's very kind
Yeah.
as well.
So, original Rat Pack. Yeah, we were talking about this before. So, Swanee, Taz, yourself, Jono, and Dids. Is that it? And Daisy came later?
Reese?
Yeah, Reese was in there. There's a lot.
There was a
to
lot.
be honest. There's an extended amount. Heath Scotland was involved.
Oh, Heath Scotland. Forgot about him.
He was in there. Benny Kinnear.
Oh, Jeez, now you're pulling a few out.
I know. Paul DiMartina.
And Tina.
There was some very scaly guys at Collingwood, that's for sure. But we just sort of got the nickname, so that's why it ended up. It was sort of like me, Jono, Dids, and Swanee, and then Daisy came afterwards, and then we tried to corrupt a couple others. But yeah,
And Mick Malthouse loved you guys, didn't he? You still go out for dinner now?
yeah. Well, I think it was a couple of months ago, Mick's 70th. It was pretty much those
Who
guys.
paid?
Well, we're smart, and actually, the smartest person, a lot of us, and that's why we voted him as captain, is Nick Maxwell.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's definitely not part of the Rat Pack. He's the biggest nerd I've ever met. And not that great at footy. But he's really,
Premiership captain.
he's just really good at organising stuff. So he organised, obviously, with Nanette, Mick's wife, for the 70th, and he goes, you know what, we'll invite a board member. Let's invite Paul Acuria because he'll pay for the whole thing. So Liquor came, and it was all those guys that were there, and it was great because Mick, and he spoke, and he just talked about how we gave him pretty much every grey hair on his head, but he enjoyed every minute because he knew we'd rock up to training, we'd train hard, and then we'd rock up on game day and go hard, and then we'd probably end up at the Lower Plenty Hotel that night afterwards.
So-
Go hard.
Play hard.
So, Heater, the recent premiership, you had a great career with Collingwood and GWS, as Rab said. How much pleasure did that give you watching Collingwood win a couple of weeks ago?
Oh, it was super, and I think even last year they were so close. They definitely, I think they overachieved the year before, just losing to the Swans. but they were ready to roll, and they were them and obviously Brisbane were the best two teams all year, it's great, and you're always going to get a good game when the best two teams are playing off in the grand final. Exactly. Go the Pies. The year before it was Geelong, who was the best team, but then Sydney were like the fifth best.
Yeah.
So that's why it was a blowout. So it was actually the final series was amazing. The whole final series. I must admit, I was torn a little bit in the prelim with Giants and Collingwood. In a way, I was in a win-win situation the week after. The Cashies were going to roll in no matter what.
Maybe not so much the Giants.
No, not as many of the Giants, but it was a cracking game, and they deserved it.
Were you welcomed into the celebrations as a past premiership player yourself?
No, to be honest, I think most of us guys who don't think it's all about themselves, like Daisy does, we thought you know what? It's their time to shine. I remember me and Dids took his little son, and his son's 5, so he won't appreciate a premiership, but he was there and he loved every minute. And we went home together. We went and had a bottle of champagne, and then probably another 4 more bottles of champagne afterwards, and just sat there and just sort of talked about the game and how good it was.
Well, Bill makes every single Geelong win about him. So this is a man with class and humility factor.
They had a kid with them. They couldn't do it. You've got to go on your own and get part of it. I was a big part of the catch. Oh, you must have been happy with the Giants. Gee, they were red hot. They were white hot.
Well, they were 3-7 at one point.
I know, and then just went bang.
And then it all sort of clicked. I think the best thing was Kingsley, the coach. The players are good. Like they're actually better than good. And he just stuck to the formula from pre-season, even to when it was round 10 and they were 3-7. He said, "We're just staying the course. We're doing the same thing." Yep. And it clicked. And when it clicks with a team like that, and I've played with most of those guys, they can be unbeatable. And they showed it. They're probably a couple of players short. And I don't know if you saw my tweet a couple of weeks ago. I saw Lockie Keefe signed on again for his 15th one-year contract. He's genuinely the steak knives. It's like if we don't get a younger version of Keefe in, we're going to give him another year. So he got another year. And I think they're probably a couple of players short, or the development of some guys underneath who will come up to that level or improve so that they can get that one step further.
What are you up to, by the way, Heater? What's happening in your life?
Well, when I was playing football, I got myself in a little bit of trouble. One was obviously drink driving, which probably did a few times from the Lower Plenty Hotel, which is not ideal. And the other one was probably the stupidest thing I've ever done was I bet on football, and I bet on Nick Maxwell to kick the first goal. And like I said before, Maxie, even if he was 10 metres out, he'd probably still miss it. So I don't know why I bet on him. But
so we move on from them.
I actually work for a betting agency now. So it's called Dabble. We're only new. We're a couple of years old, and I work in the marketing department in there, and I actually look after our talent, our ambassadors, which I hated managers when I was playing footy. And now I'm sort of like one, so now I know how hard that job is when you ring up guys, and I got Swanee on board, and I'm ringing up Swanee and asking him to do things. And you don't know if he's gone to bed the night before or where he is or what he's doing. He's a hard man to track down, but now he's got 3 kids. He's a bit more tame, but it's good fun. I enjoy it, and this time of year, Spring Carnival racing is exciting stuff, and looking forward to Saturday as well.
Yeah. Well, we'd love you to stick around, Heater, but Bill's quiz is coming up, so my suggestion is you don't.
Yes, hang around. What's the quiz? $5 schooners. Why wouldn't you hang around?
How good to see Heath Shaw, by the way. What an absolute legend this man is. Well done, Heater. So, Bill.
Yes.
What do you got for us?
Well, we want the people to get involved here, and it's about
the Caesar thumbs up or the Caesar thumbs down if you don't like the joke, which most likely you won't.
No, here we go.
Oh, sorry.
End the day with a laugh.
I have a joke.
This is Billy's joke.
All right.
Righto, Jim, I heard this the other day, not sure where from.
Oh, my God.
Maybe hose. But anyway, I heard that you and Lisa, your soon-to-be wife, have been doing a bit of role-playing in the bedroom. Lisa dressed up in her police uniform and arrested you for being good in bed. However, after 2 minutes, all charges were dropped due to the lack of evidence.
They're all going down.
Let's.
The red flag at the back.